Welcome to the hub where knowledge is key. Regal Learning Hub, the best you'll see. From math to science to history and more.
Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this discussion, we shall be looking at the methods of solving linear equations in one variable. This is just the first part. Before we proceed, make sure you click on the subscribe button, like and share. Now, what are the methods of solving linear equations in one variable? In this discussion, we shall be looking at two methods, but for this video, we shall be looking at the first method. But what are these methods in the first place? We have the balancing method and then the transpose method. Let's look at the balancing method first. Now, remember we illustrated the concept of equation using the weighing scale. Right. In the balancing method, what you simply have to do is to ensure that the concept of balance is applied at all times. So what do? You add the same quantity to both sides, you subtract the same quantity from both sides, you multiply both sides of the equation by the same quantity, and finally divide both sides of the equation by the same quantity. Now, we discussed in our previous video on equations or on the introduction that doing this ensures that the balance remains. Now let's look at an example. Example 1. Solve 5x minus 3 equal to 3x plus 7. Solution. Now let's illustrate the equation and let me display it once more. Okay. Now what do you see here? Now you realize that we have 5x and we have 3x at the other side of the equation. And then we have minus 3 and then plus 7 at the other side of the equation as well. Now what we simply have to do is to ensure that we make sure that the variables are at one side of the equation and then the constants are at the other side of the equation. So first, what do? We'll try to move the variables to the left hand side of the equation. Thus, we subtract 3x from both sides as shown on the screen. Now, do you realize that 5x minus 3x is 2x, and then 3x minus 3x gives us 0. That leads us to the expression we have on the screen, implying that 2x minus 3 is equal to 7. Since 5x minus 3x is equal to 2x, and then 3x minus 3x is equal to 0. So you now have 2x minus 3 at the left hand side, and then you only have 7 at the right hand side of the equation. We still have negative 3 or minus 3 at the left hand side of the equation. So what do? To ensure that it is no more at that place, we add 3 to both sides as shown on the screen. Okay. Then what do we do next? Negative 3 plus 3 at the left hand side of the equation, as you can see here, sum up to 0. Why? Negative 3 and 3 are the additive inverses of each other. Now, in the right hand side sums up to 7 plus 3, and that simplifies to 2x is equal to 10. But we are looking for x, so what do we do next? Here, we simply divide both sides of the equation by 2, as shown on the screen. And that now simplifies to x equal to 5. So this is basically the balancing method. What you do at one side, you must also do same to the other side as well. Let's proceed to our second example. Solve 1/4 x equal to 3. Solution. So we have 1/4 x equal to 3 written. And remember, this is the same as saying x over 4 is equal to 3. Now what do? First of all, we multiply both sides of the equation by 4. since the 4 is dividing here. Now you do realize that 4 divides 4. And 4 divided by 4 is simply 1, and that means we now have x being alone at the other side, leading to the expression x is equal to 12. Thank you for your time. See you again some other time. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye.